Big Switch Chapter 2, and it's titled The Inventor and His Clerk. And the inventor is Thomas Edison, and the whole first half of the chapter talks about who Thomas Edison was and his invention and his theory, what he was able to produce of an electric system using direct current, and was able to produce a system that covered about a one square mile worth of area, and was powered by an engine, gave off direct current, and was able to power the street lights, home lights, but his big focus was the light. Within 2 years he took theory and created the beginnings of electricity. Now, the second part of the title is The Inventor and His Clerk. So the second half of the book talks a lot about his clerk, who was Samuel Insull. And Samuel Insull basically worked his way up. He came to America as a bright young lad in his 20s and was able to work side by side Thomas Edison. Eventually he was given an opportunity to be the president of one of the companies up in Chicago, one of the Edison factories there, or power plants up there. And Insull really had a big push towards modernization and having had a broader view of the scope of what Edison was doing. Edison wanted to keep all of his systems really small, and he wanted to sell parts in the system to individual businesses, companies, towns. But eventually, as time was going on, the thought and idea of making the system bigger, wider, be able to provide for more people, this was more Insull's vision. And eventually, with the help of some technology around the world, he was able to put some things together and was able to build bigger engines that produced more electricity, was able to buy out other electric companies or businesses, and merged all those into one long big mesh, and was able to sell his electricity cheaper and cheaper. Eventually, after a lot of marketing and other things, was able to provide electricity for homes, for businesses. And the biggest push was factories, or those that were needing to use a lot of energy. And so Insull was able to take it the next step from Edison. So quite amazing story about how electricity went from being individualized from every big factory or mill site, Edison wanting to provide electricity and light for communities, which eventually led to spreading further and bigger and better, to where they had this whole mesh of different locations providing energy, all hooking up and spreading throughout the country, and providing electricity and selling that electricity, and really creating a utility out of the electricity. So look forward to seeing what comes up next. It's continuing the pattern of how the internet today is closely parallel to electricity a century ago, and look forward to continuing to share more with you.